You know, it's always interesting to make these videos, and somebody asked me, how do you use a calculator? Well, in statistics, we have an array of calculators we can use. We have scientifics, we have graphing calculators, and in some cases, for certain students, they use engineering calculators. Why, I don't understand. And there's also TI Inspires. Great, fantastic. But more importantly, why did we have to take this algebra class? I mean, really, what was the point behind it? Well, let's explore, shall we? One of the first things that we started doing in algebra a long time ago, we started telling you, if I give you a number plus 5, what do we get in return? Some would say 1 plus 5, and they would start quizzing you left and right, and you would have to generate the answer instantaneously. And they said it was because it was good for your mental math skills. Well, that's somewhat true. See, what you didn't realize is that you were being programmed like a calculator. To be more specific, we were telling you, if we give you an input and you give us 5 more than that input, then we'll give you a y value in return, right? Hopefully. But let's test this theory. Okay, so I give you 3 numbers, add 5 to each of them, and you should get the following outputs in return, correct? Right, nothing wrong with that. Let's try something else here really quickly. Let's see, x squared equals y. Well, for those of you who did really well in algebra, or at least moderately well, you know that this thing looks kind of like a U, right? I hope so. And let's see here. I give you an input, you square it for me, and then in return, we should get an output back, correct? And they also tell us about these rules with parentheses and expected outputs. Nothing to be worried about. So let's see here. Why in the world do we want algebra for statistics? It's for that programming. So what if I told you that x plus 5 is actually a variable that we know plus 5? Okay, that's true. So what I'm telling you here is that I'm going to give you a series of numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, yada, yada, yada. And I want you to add 5 to each of them really quickly. All right, let's try this experiment. So let's see. If I listed out all the numbers for a computer, like yourself, let's see. So x is something we're going to put into the computer, or we'll call it list 1. Let's see. If this is what I put into a computer, or into a particular list in my mind, and I add 5 to that number, well, then I should get y back, correct? Yes. See, it's this right here we need from algebra. It's this idea that we can program ourselves to understand a list of numbers run through an algebraic sequence will eventually get you to an answer. Oh. Are we leading into another video series here, folks? This is the Tall Guy, signing off until the next part of this series. Don't forget to visit tallguymath.com for exclusive offers and deals.